Meals that heal fried corn. This is one of my favorite recipes. It's actually very simple. You just take your fresh corn and shuck it. You want to get rid of all of the silk, the corn silk, and the outer part of the corn. And you can compost that or get rid of it in your garbage can, but I like to compost it for the garden. And this might take a minute. Let me see. Magic. And I need a bowl. Magic. There you go. So basically you want to take this corn and cut it off the cob. This is the reason you want to use fresh corn versus frozen or canned, because of this next step I'm going to talk about. You cut the kernels off, and then you take that knife, and what you're going to do is scrape the cob, because all that stuff that was underneath the kernel is just its juice, it's corn juice, it's pulp, and it makes this entire dish what it is. If you did this with frozen, and I've tried it, it just tastes like corn and butter. I mean, it's good, but it doesn't reach the level of what this thing is going to taste like when it's all done, if you don't have that extra step of the pulp. So this is me with all of the pulp off all of the corn off all of the cobs here. And like I said, you can throw that in the compost. And then we move on over to our oils. So I'm using butter. You can cut down on the cholesterol and add coconut oil or canola or whatever, but the butter gives it a little bit of an extra boost in that flavor. And it's awesome. But yeah, I can understand if you want to take it down as far as with the cholesterol and do something a little bit healthier than this. Moving forward, you dump once the butter's melted, you dump your corn in. You can see a little bit of liquid dripping there. That's from the pulp. And you're going to want to stir this around in the heat. I usually keep it at about medium-high heat. I add my salt right out of the gate. Not too much, just enough to kind of get it salted all the way through, but not too much, because you can always add more salt later if you need it. And then you put your pepper in like you saw, and then stir it around. And this is after a few minutes, you start to see the liquid start to evaporate. And once most of the liquid started to evaporate, you can start adding your garlic powder. Now I use black and regular garlic powder. The black garlic powder has a little bit of a sweetness to it. It's really good. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. It's really tasty. But once you get that in there and you stir it around and you don't see a whole lot of liquid left, that's around the time you want to stop. And here's what we'll have as a result: a delicious side dish of fried corn. This meal was awesome. But like I said, the ingredients are really simple: fresh corn, butter or whatever oil you want to use, and then of course your black pepper, garlic powder, and salt to taste. So enjoy. This was a delicious meal that heals, and I know you'll enjoy it if you try it.